And it's been a while. Some poor weather in Parx in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, sidelining Terry and I, like the Bears and the 49ers. We have the first part of the week off, unfortunately, for Terry. Around here, a lot of people were a little bit disappointed as well. And now we have to deal with some ice-cold weather. It's going to be like 0 for a high here in Chicago on Saturday. Hopefully, Terry, we're hotter than that as we come back off of a layoff.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, as do I. As always, we have some free picks over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Today's free picks are in Mahoning Valley. If they haven't canceled, I don't know. The weather over there is probably pretty cold as well in Ohio. There's a link in the description on YouTube. You'll also find it over at horseracingtoday.net. When the show is over, right here in the middle, you'll see something like this that says Tampa Bay. You'll click on that. When you click on that, you will see a little bit of a piece there. Our smart sheets for today, how to use them. If you like the show, there's a place you can donate, a tip jar. And then, of course, the guaranteed free track right there. And then our picks as well as our Benny and the bets. Whilst you're here, hit that HRT gear button right about there. Come on over to our shop. 20% off anything that you get for the next 50 days. And hell, if it's going to be 0, you're going to need something warm like a sweatshirt here.
Yep.
I love the just short answers. Thank you. Make my job a little bit easier. All right. Good morning to our good friend, Lauren. How are you today? Make sure you hit him over up at Lauren_Shap on X. And our good friend, Don Johnson. How have you been, my friend? Sorry, we missed you the last couple days. We indeed did miss everybody. Tampa Bay, race 1, 1 mile and 40 yards. It's a maiden claiming $16,000 race, Terry. And as we talk about with these maiden races, always the key to us is this average winning speed figure of 67. As we take a look over here on our smart sheets, it'll tell you right away who has and who hasn't been able to attain a par race.
Well, the 4 and the 6 have both equaled or exceeded the speed par number for this today's race, and number 3 is the only one that even came close, came within 5 points.
Yeah, so those three horses, 3, 4, and 6 from that regard. Speaking of the 4, Terry, looks like that's the one everybody will have to chase early on.
Yeah, it sure is. It's got the most speed, followed up by that 6.
We see down here the 3 and 4. They're pressure types or co-pilots. Really no pure co-pilot in here. The 6 wants to close. The 1, the 2, and the 5 so far not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. And Terry, despite that, one of these NC types has a great chance to get a trip today that could be pretty solid.
Yeah, that 5 shows a really nice seed zone with a 90.41%.
And who shows a nice jockey-trainer combo?
Well, the 2 is the best jockey, 3 is the best trainer, but the 2, I think, is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Knowledge is good, or whatever that says there. That's a 3-point last race speed figure, according to Edge, over the rest of the field. Andrew Beyer says that's the number you're looking for. You got 3 pretty big favorites in here, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, according to our simulation odds. And over here, you have a little bit different picture. You got the 3, 4, you got the 4 and the 6 kind of standing out. Big gap between them and the rest. So, Terry, you got the 3, the 4, and the 6. What else do you got?
I like the 3. Knowledge is good. Ran second versus similar in the last race. Has highest last race speed rating. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 4. Modern Miss has a high percentage winning trainer. Jockey best start speed is close to the average winning speed. I like the 6. She has a high percentage winning trainer. Wins 29% of the races in the second start with this trainer. Best start speed is fastest among today's starters. And then my long shot's the 2, My Little Flirt. She has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer, and Lasix is added. No bets for me in this race.
Are they a little delayed at Tampa Bay Downs today? Because it says here opening time 11:20. That's 11:20 now, and it says they're still 10 minutes away from the first post. Did I miss something, Terry? I don't know. Must have, right?
Yeah, must.
I don't know. Anyway, race number 2 is next on our agenda. Oh, I forgot to put that up for race number 1. There we go. I knew after some time off there'd be a little bit of rust I got to shake off.
You didn't give us your picks for race 1.
I am really rusty. All right. The 3 horse. Knowledge is good. It's my first pick. A big simulation favorite. Top total pace with highest rated second race par ability in race number 1. What in the hell? Oh, I'm in the wrong race. I'm in race number 5. So a little bit of a preview there. 3 consecutive speed in figure increases for Knowledge is good. Top last race speed figure is your sim fave. The 6 horse, Ganache. There you go. 1 of 2 yes horses along with the 4. The other yes horse is the 4 horse. Did show some better early pace last out. See that right down here. We keep track of early pace. Horses that did show some improvement. You also see a little bit better early fractions. And then the 5, Diorbe's Girl, was better in both races since its debut. Did run a Z pattern last out, that 5 horse, and just got a little extra time, more than I thought we would have. The 5 horse in here, our Z pattern, you'll see you had 60 on the early pace, then 52, and then got a second wind down the stretch. And also, we did point out that is by far the top C-zone horse. And many times in these races where a horse has a huge C-zone advantage, they come home the winner. No bets for me in race number 1. So we get to do race number 2 and preview the Daily Double pretty easily for our good friend Don Johnson and others. In race number 2, they're going to go 6 furlongs. Terry, usually 6 furlongs, most tracks. That'll favor some horses that got some giddy up and go. It sure looks like Uncashed is going to be that guy.
That sure looks like it has a 62% speed number, and that means if it gets no problems at all, it'll be shot out there like a cannon.
They changed it earlier today to 11:30, or has it been 11:30 for a while now, and they just haven't updated the DRFs, the past performances. Yeah, it does look like that 5 wants to get out front, along with the 2 horse. Everybody else is middle back. That should favor speed in there, Terry, although 1 is a little bit better than the rest.
Well, the 1 has the best C-zone at an 82% plus, but the 5 and the 6 are both above 50% threshold that we like to see.
Yes, and we also see over here we have 1 class dropper. That's Naughty Rascal down a full length. That's a pretty good drop. Not only that, but Naughty Rascal looks like it has a jockey who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, the 4 has the best jockey, as you can see with the data. 5 has the best trainer, according to the data. But I think the 4 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
5 is your big simulation favorite. 4 to 5 odds versus morning line odds of 2 to 1. So you still might get some value there. As far as par is concerned, everybody's come within it, hit it, or within at least 2 points. So 92, that's a pretty high speed figure right in there. So the 3 has gone as high as 90. Looking at our par plus, Terry, there's 1 horse in here that has an excellent chance to do it again.
Yeah, that's that 5 again, which 5 keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does keep coming up. So that 57.10 means 571 out of 1,000 simulations. When we did it, it produced a speed figure, a potential speed figure, equal to or better than 92. So a big chance for a big run from the 5 horse today, Terry. And do you think in race number 2 we'll get a big run from the 5 today?
I do. I like Uncashed. Run 3 races out of the last 4 starts. Highest speed figure at today's distance. Best start speed is fastest among today's stars and likes the distance. Then I like the 4 Naughty Rascal. Drops in class today. Gets a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And Lasix added. Beeline, the 2, shows early speed. May benefit from the shorter distance and trainer and ridden by a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 1 as my long shot. 1, the last race at Tampa Bay Downs, has a high percentage winning trainer and wins 26% of the allowance races that the trainer has horses in, has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4, 2, 4, 5 with the 4, 9, 10, 11 with the 1, 3 with the 3, 6, 7, and 8 $48 ticket.
I have the 5 horse to Uncashed. That's not my favorite thing to do in horse racing, but for this race, it's my favorite horse. This guy, lots of early speed, does have a 1 length early speed advantage. You see that a little more over here. 6 points, 5 points equals roughly 1 length. So maybe a length and a quarter early speed. Top total pace is 7 points. Usually when you see a gap of 5 or more, that's 1 length. Those horses do exceptionally well, particularly when you pair them up with simulation favorite status. Then I have Beeline, the 2 horse. That one is a track dropper. Has absolutely seen better than it's going to see today. Number 4, Naughty Rascal. It is your biggest class dropper. We pointed out moving down in length with the top jockey on top as well, and also catching Lasix for the very first time. And then finally, Dreaming of Kona. Elite late speed in its last. My only hesitation there So that horse could be better in the second start after a layoff, or it could be a regressor in the second start after a layoff. I went with the 2 and the 5, 4, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, and 6, and then 3, 6, 7, and 8 for my pick 4 to get the pick 4 train rolling. Terry, I don't remember. Did we hit any pick 4s the last time we got together? It's been so long.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Yeah, what was that? I think we did hit one on Gulf Street. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm possibly wrong. I don't have the best long-term memory moment or short-term. A mile and a 16th on the turf usually favors closers. Terry, they do have. When I was down there, it seemed like a drive to the finish line that's pretty long. So you do have to have some closing ability, I feel like, if you're going to come home on the turf there. So in race number 3, if you want a closer, Terry, looks like pretty tight knit.
Yeah, it is. Look there, all of them are pretty close in their numbers between the 3, 10, 11, and 12, 5, and 9, actually. So there's a lot of closers in this race.
Yeah, but not a lot of speed. Where's that at, Terry?
The 5 has the most speed, followed up by the 8 and the 9.
So this is a maiden race, $16,000. Again, we like to look at that speed figure over here. That's your average winning speed figure. That average winning speed figure here today is 73. Our smart sheets tells us who's hit 73, Terry.
Well, you can take a look there and see the 2, 4, 9, and 10 all have hit 73. And then there's several of the horses that have come within 1 to 2 points, maybe 5 points of doing that. Only 2 of them have no's, 6 and 7.
Yeah, but the 6 shows it can maybe get there today. Our race shape tells us the 2, the 9. Well, the 6 really, that's just an average because he's a first-time starter. 2 and 9 want to be out front. 3 is a co-pilot. All the rest of them are closers. The 7 hasn't been within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line, Terry. So you got a couple of them in here that look like they should get trips that fit them.
Yeah, that's right. Take a look at the 2 and 3 have really high C zones, and they're going to be very comfortable in there. But the 9 also is above that 50%.
You also want to look at class droppers. You see the biggest class dropper is the 7 in here, Terry. Who's the class on the connections?
Well, the 4 has the best trainer and jockey, so it's the best combination as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you see here wide open race. The simulation odds, not a big gap between the 10 and the 9. And down here you see, again, very tight-knit, top total pace. Wide open race in here, Terry. This is probably an all button. We don't get to do that. We have to make selections. And who did you select?
I like the 11 Speaker's Lobby. Second last out at Tampa Bay Downs, top last speed rating. Race speed rating. Trainer has a high percentage win percentage. And then 9, third out last versus similar, top speed at today's distance, fastest turf speed in the field. Then 10, and that's my story, finished in the money. And 7 out of the last 8 starts, winning 1. Very competitive horse, and then drops in class. Then I like the 4 as my long shot, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 66% of the races in the second start with the trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the second Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use the 4, 9, 10, 11 with the 1, 3, with the 3, 6, 7, and 8 with the 2, 4, 10, $48 ticket.
Well, Terry, I forgot to do a pick 4 here, so I'm going to do one right now as we get started. We'll see what happens. 2, 3, 7, 8, 10. All right. Well, I'm taking some chances in my pick 4. Okay. In any case, I have the 10 horse as my top selection here in race number 3. That's my story. That's that 10 horse. It is a yes horse that's dropping in class, likely improves in the second after layoff. The 9 horse, that one is Arashki or something like that. No idea. Another yes horse makes its third start after layoff, so room for improvement. The 11 Speaker's Lobby just missed last out, drops in class, likely to better in the second start after layoff. And then the 4 horse, we have the same horse, it's just slightly different order. It's another yes horse, maybe better in the second time it takes a trip around the Tampa Bay Downs track. Does have a decent workout. I have the pick 4 as well. I just did it on the fly. 4, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 6. With the 3 8s, that's a little bit of a risk right there. And then 2, 3, 7, and 10. And I didn't really do it on the fly because I have my notes and I have a sense of who I like. So I just forgot that they do back-to-back pick 4s like that. There.
Yeah.
Trifecta for me too. My Benny in the bets 4, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I think that's $18. I hope it's $18.
It is, yeah. $18.
Once in a while, my math works. Usually not. And then I get a text from Terry. Hey, what are you doing? You're spending more money than you're allowed. Good morning, Private Ross. Cryptic code and race number 3 is the 11. Oh, this weekend, yeah, Aqueduct will cancel Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be freezing here for sure. Here in Chicago, again, it's supposed to be, I think, on Saturday, there's a chance that the high will be actually less than 0.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so maybe next week we should consider that, Terry, for our selections, and maybe early on in the week, change it up a little bit and do some warmer tracks on maybe like Turf Paradise or something on Monday.
Okay.
Depending upon the weather. We'll take a look at what the weather looks like on Monday and then decide what we're going to do. I know for sure that tomorrow I have something to do in the morning that's going to take up my time. So we're going to miss Gulfstream Park. But we're not going to miss the huge weekend of racing over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. I consider it the official kickoff of the 2026 horse racing season. That is the Pegasus Invitational. We will have a wagering guide for sure over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. You're going to want to make sure you take advantage of that. Should be a lot of fun, big money pools, sometimes some nice prices. And if you do so, you can make a good dollar. Tomorrow, we're going to do Turfway Park. Not 100% sure on the kickoff time, but to make sure you don't mix the kickoff time, Terry, what do you do?
You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit the bell. That'll tell you about what time that kickoff time is, about 30 minutes before it happens. And go ahead, it'll notify you actually. And then go ahead and copy the link at the bottom and send it to everybody you know. They can come check us out. Go to our social sites at Horse Racing Today, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and like at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And then keep the comments and picks coming, as we like to see them, and they help us out a lot.
Yes, and right now, great timing, Terry. Race number 1, sunny, beautiful Tampa Bay, or at least relative to Chicago. They're off and running, everybody but the 1, getting it looks like a pretty good break. You do have the 6 horse on the outside, so the 4 and the 6, they're making the 6 horse making a move. The 4 kind of in a shotgun position, but not all that surprising considering that the 4 is more of a pressure horse. The 6, though, out in that front there, Terry, it's a little bit left arrow action in there. The 2 horse down on the rail, the 3 and the 4 within a length or so. The 4 making a move now. The 5 horse about 3 lengths off the leaders right now with the 1. Crescent Rising, going to need a big run to get involved in this one at the end. But you do have that long backstretch there long stretch drive. The 2 horse right now, My Little Flirt, is setting the tone after they went through the opening half in 48 3/4 seconds. The 4 horse now, Modern Miss, making a pretty aggressive move along with the 3, Knowledge is Good. Those 2 horses are joining as the 6 horse backs out of contention. The 5 horse, indeed, Diabre's Girl. That one, too, getting a nice trip down the rail, Terry. It looks like that one has the most run at the moment and maybe the cleanest path to get there, although the 2 continues to hold everybody off. They come down around the bend and make their way home. They're going wide up on that track there. And it looks like this race is going to come down to the 2 are starting to shorten strides a little bit. The 3 horse has pulled up alongside the 2, but still hasn't passed them yet. Jockey still trying to get the horse to change leads. Hasn't done it. So the 2 horse, Terry's long shot, My Little Flirt, can go 2, 5, 3, and 4 in the opening leg of the first race today. Speed got out to the front and stayed out the front there, Terry.
Wow, that's good.
And the 2 horse was part of that 3 horse ring where everybody else, well, right there, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There is your superfecta. Those were the 4 horses according to the simulation odds there, Terry.
Yeah.
How you like them apples?
Pretty good apples.
Not bad, right? 2 win in place. There you go, Don Johnson. On fire there. Hopefully you also started that with your daily doubles. I know you like those. Race number 4, 9 races today as we get back to work finally, Terry. 6.5 furlongs. Well, maybe Speed will continue to do well. If that's the case, Terry, in race number 4, who are you eyeballing as the Speed?
Well, take a look here. 7 has lots of speed. Double the speed is the closest one, which is the 8.
Yeah, and then the 2-horse has the biggest in-race advantage. 9 points on the late speed, so almost a 2-length edge for the 2-horse. You add early speed and late speed together, the 2 does grade out as your top total pace horse. Terry, if you take a look at jockeys and trainers, who grades out there?
Well, the 3 is the best jockey. The 6 is the best trainer, but I actually think the 6 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, if you look at this race shape here, Terry, everybody wants to be middle back. So getting forward could be a useful place to be. The 7s could be out there, Terry, but might not find it to be exactly where it wants to be.
No, actually the 6 and the 2 have a lot better C-zone numbers, so they're probably more comfortable in this race.
Yeah, the 2-horse also a 5-point last race speed figure edge. The 1-horse is your simulation favorite. But once again, just like in that opening race there, we see 4 horses that have a little bit better odds than everybody else, the 1, 2, 6, and 7. Although the 8 shows up in here in top total pace. In race number 4, Terry, who shows up in your picks?
All right. Well, I like in this race the 1, Cinco de Mo. Finished in the money 5 out of the last 6 starts, and won one of those, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Peace Not War, the 3, ran second versus similar in the last race. Switches to high percentage winning jockey, can improve while returning to a sprint, capture the time. Number 7 placed in 8 out of 11 races at Tampa Bay Downs and has 4 wins, so really likes the track. And it shares the fastest speed today. Dirt speed today. And then 6, Peace Cloud, won 2 races out of the last 3. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. No bets for me in here.
Yeah, I have the 2-horse Grazer as my, not even in your picks, Terry. So I hope I didn't have the 2 in my picks in race number 1. You don't have the picks in race number 2. So I hope in this case I'm right. You're wrong. The 2-horse Grazer, top last race speed figure, was a handful of points better than everybody else. Also has that biggest in-race edge of 2 lengths, top total pace horse to boot. 8-1 morning line. I hope it stays there and wins. Cinco de Mo. 5 of the Mo, I guess. It is our simulation favorite in this race. Terry's top pick. Better early pace. Better fractions. I like when you see this combination here. That comes home in the winning circle very often. Any improvement in the second start after a layoff, and Cinco de Mo could take out my number 2. Peace Cloud, run back to December 10th race, would be an easy win in all likelihood versus these. And then I have the 3-horse, Peace Not War. Very consistent horse. 5 times at Tampa Bay, a couple of seconds and a couple of thirds, but no W's yet, so you can't put him at the top of the ticket. I'm going to put some of my Benny and the Bets bucks to work here, Terry. $5 exact the key box 2 over the 1, the 3, the 6, and the 8. Off to the 5th race we go. This one is going to be 1 mile on the turf. I think there's 3 of these 1 mile turf races today, folks. So keep an eye on how these play out. Usually down there, closers do pretty well, Terry. In the 5th race, if we take a look at that, we'll look at closers in a second, but this is another one of these maiden races. So we're looking at a speed figure of 75. As far as that's concerned, Terry, only 2 can make that claim.
Yeah, the 3 and the 6 both have either equaled or exceeded the speed par number for today's race.
Yeah, the 7 came pretty close over here. You see within 1 point. Everybody else is no. Maiden special weight, Terry, we are introduced to some new data here for the first time today. I accidentally spoke of some of it in race number 1, but now we're going to do it intentionally, Terry. So tell me what you see over here.
Well, you can see that they're first-time starters. We like the perfect score there would be a 3, and we like to see 2.5 or above, and all 3 of these horses are below that 2.5. The closest being, I guess, the the 8 at 2.33. And then there's 2 horses that have second race par ability, which is the 3 at 88, and then that's 7 at 87. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty nice.
That means with any second race improvement, those horses could easily dash across that 75 speed figure. No problem there. As far as picking the jockey and trainer, that's pretty easy as well, Terry.
Yeah, the 8 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Mm-hmm. The 3 is a pretty heavy simulation favorite. But that, in a race where you have 3 first-time starters, Everybody else either not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line or a closer. It's kind of wide open in there, so you got to take that simulation status maybe a little bit more lightly than you ordinarily would, although with that second race probability pretty high, probably something well worth considering. Who did you consider as your number 1 pick in race 5?
Well, I like the 7, Caffeinate. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Lasix is added. Then I like the 8, who's a first-time starter whose breeding suggestion will like the grass. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 3, Consider Me First. Drops in class today. Best turf speed is close to the average winning speed. Lasix is added. Then French Kit Tip, the 6, trainer and jockey have high win rates. Lasix is added as well. And then no additional bets for me in this race.
I have that 3 horse, Consider Me First, so I did. I considered it first. That one is a simulation favorite. Top total pace, yes. Second race par ability, way off the charts there relative to the needed speed figure. Then I have the 8 horse, Paiute, maybe. It is the highest rated first-time starter. You got off the board turf breeding with this guy, Terry. If you come down here, you look at some of the turf numbers, 106. I really only consider it when the horse is making his first start. The 2 pretty strong. But look at this, 121 score. That's pretty high turf in there as well. But down here with the 8 horse making its first start, you see this one has a turf rating of 121 as well. That's pretty aggressive. Look at, they paid $471,000 for this guy too. Chad Brown horse, you kind of wonder what the hell is a Chad Brown horse doing in Tampa Bay? You know what it's doing there, Terry?
He's going to win, trying to win at least.
Yeah, he's there to win.
Yeah.
Caffeinate, that should have probably been my first pick considering how much caffeine I consume. Probably more than you should. But it also has the second most upside. And then finally, from a second race probability standpoint. And then I have that 6 horse, La Rodada. Is my next pick. Just wanted to say that a few times at 15-1, but it is a yes horse. It's coming in from Gulfstream Park, and many times Gulfstream Park horses improve in their debut runs over at Tampa Bay Downs. And maybe catching a little bit of Lasix for the first time helps that horse be a bit better too. I'm going to spend a few more of my Benny in the Bet bucks, a $4 exacta key box, 3 with the 6, 7, and 8. I was really thinking about just doing a $12 exacta box with the 3 and the 8, but I didn't want to get overly greedy because usually when that happens, I know in the movie, what was it called, Wall Street, they say greed is good, but I try not to engage too much in one of those deadly sins. I can pick the second place horse exactly because Twin Spires is running another contest. Well, we should maybe put some contest picks out. I'm actually thinking about because I'm very close. I'm just working on the reports to have nice, clean PDFs for everybody on the smart sheets. Kind of thinking about maybe changing up the way we do things or maybe adding some stuff, going through all of the race data, and instead of just concentrating on one track, kind of maybe looking through some data to go across a bunch of tracks where we might find some edges within the smart sheets at every track and kind of maybe working through a show like that. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, or if you guys really like the single track layout, or if you would prefer us to go about identifying plays, strong plays at multiple tracks for the same day. Let us know. Race 6 is next, Terry. For the 6th spot in the last of the 3 pick 4s, we're going to go 6.5 furlongs. More maidens. We just love cards full of maiden races, don't we, Terry?
Yeah, we do.
74 is that speed figure number right there. And you see here, Terry, a resounding answer for all of them.
Yeah, none of them have ever hit the speed par number for this race.
Yeah, not within 5 points. So,
yeah.
Again, this one looks like a very easy race. Either you pass or you bet all. Either way, a 3 or 4 letter word. So if you want some edges early on, Terry, who might have the edges early on?
Well, take a look at that. 4's got the most speed, followed up by the 1. If the 4 has any problems with all, the 1 should go to the front.
Yeah, you see that indeed. 4 also top early pace score over here. The 10 is going to be your closer. Does also have a 6 point. So the biggest race edge we see here is the 10 with about a 1 length total pace edge. So the horse could win that race. Also showed some better pace. The only one to show improved early fractions last time out. Terry, it's the only one, too, to think about with jockeys and trainers.
It's the 10. The 10 has the best jockey and trainer combination.
You see, the 6 wants to be out on the lead, Terry, and that might be a great place for it to be.
Yeah, because you can see it has a really nice C-zone. It's 76.82%, followed up with the 10, who has the same C-zone. They're both over 50%.
Yes, the 10 wants to be in that stalking position with the late pace. If that's the case, could work out. 2 and 3 want to close. The 1, 7, 8, and 9 not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. Again, we see 3 horses in our simulation odds that are considerably stronger than the rest, the 2, the 3, and the 10. Terry, do any of those make your picks in race 6?
Well, in race 6, I like the number 4. I'm Mischievous. Shows potential switching back to dirt and sprinting. Trained by a 17% route to sprint winner. Paired with the top winning jockey, and then Red Fern, the 10 high percent winning trainer, now paired with a top winning jockey, and shares today's fastest dirt speed. Lasix is added, solid workout on January 14th. Night Raven, the 2, is my third choice, has highest last speed rating, best dirt speed is fast among today's starters, actually tied with another. And then I like the 6, my long shot, has a high percentage winning trainer. And this trainer wins 23% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. Has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 2, 4, 6, 10 with the 4, 5, with the 1, 3, 5, with the 2, 3, 6, 8, $48 ticket.
If you like those contests, Private Ross, or anybody, over at Horse Players, when there's another one, Horse Tourneys. Those two always have contests. I think they're like, what, $18 there, something like that. And if you want, no, they're $12 for the contests, where they have like the $1,000 guarantee in some of them. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they'll have a $1,000 guarantee for Saturday over at Gulfstream Park. But they also have the $18 ones if you want to qualify for the national tournament, which is something that I hope one of these days Terry and I are off to Las Vegas and chronicling all that for you as Terry and I go there to win that bad boy.
Yeah.
I have the 2-horse Night Raven as my top selection in race number 6. And the reason I do is because Night Raven is fairly consistent. I showed you a little earlier a Z pattern. Cutting back in distance should help. Star Prince, the 3-horse. Today, for the first time, we're going to talk about, maybe, may have talked about it earlier, 3 consecutive speed figure increases. Another horse with a Z pattern. Cut back in class, and the reason 3 speed figure increases makes a difference, according to Barry Meadows, who likes donuts apparently, right? Yeah. Private Ross, up by Hollywood Park. That's the angle that wins at 15% or more. Then I have the 10-horse Red Fern. Top total pace is 6 points better than everybody else. We saw the top jockey trainer combination in there. Did show better early pace. And a track dropper catching first-time Lasix. Maybe we should have just singled the 10. And then finally, I hit one last week like this, Terry, at a big price. The 7-horse Lightning Arrow is the only maiden special weight dropper in the field. It's also a track dropper, and it's only making its second start in its career. You have to put that horse in your picks no matter what it looks like on paper. You see this one, maiden claiming, maiden claiming, maiden claiming, maiden claiming, maiden claiming, maiden claiming. Here's that 7-horse catching first-time Lasix. Maiden special weight coming in from Gulfstream Park. Did show a little bit of early pace early on. There wasn't too far off to get started right there. Second race upside. Maiden claiming, maiden claiming. I'm always waiting for the one time I go through there and there's not well, I missed one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Maiden claiming. And then that's the reason why I have the 7. And I think that's the one I hit the other day that paid $69 under that same rationale, right?
I think it was, yes.
Race number 7. We have time to do race number 7, Terry?
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're still in the paddock over there. Another one at a mile on a turf. I mentioned there's probably 3 of them today at a mile on the turf. You're going to look probably for closers in race number 7, Terry. So in race number 6, we had none that could hit par. Looks like all of them can hit par in race number 7.
That's right. You can take a look there, and all of them got all but 5, 6, and 9 have got equal or exceeded the park speed number in the past. But the 5, 6, and 9 have come within 2 or 3 points. They all have a real good chance today, except for the 6 is a little bit light on the par plus number.
Now, it looks like a couple of them are going to hit the ground running there, Terry.
Yeah, actually will. There's 2 that should go head-to-head. That 2 and that 3 should go head-to-head if they both get a good break and great decisions by the jockey.
Yeah, you take a look at the pace view, the way horses want to run when they run their best races. The 2 horse does want to be out front. The 9 wants to give it some company, but the 9 might fight to get out there today. The 8 and the 1, these lone PCs and these lone Ps, they're very dangerous. That 3 horse with that early speed is what we call a left arrow horse. It is the top of a bunch of closers in a race that should favor horses that get forward, Terry. But this is a race where a lot of them should be set up nicely compared to their best performances.
Yeah, there's all of them have some kind of a C-zone figure, but you can see there's 6 of them that are above that 50% threshold, and especially the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, pretty strong numbers over there. Pretty strong number on the drop for a couple of horses. The 2 horse moving down 2.2 lengths. The 3 horse moving down 2 lengths. Terry, who are you going to drop on us as the top jockey trainer combo?
Well, the 5 is the best jockey, 4 the best trainer, but take a look at that 4 has the best jockey trainer combination.
The 3 with that left arrow status is our simulation favorites, our top total pace favorite in there. The jockey a little bit light on the winning, but can he win this race, Terry?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. I like the 4 actually, attending, placed in 6 of 12 starts with 1 win.
Well, you like the 4 for a particular reason, no?
Yeah, he placed in 6 of 12 starts with 1 win. Finished second.
Are we in race 6 or 7?
We're in race 7.
Uh-huh. So is there a reason why race number 7? Is this not your best bet of the day?
Oh, it is. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, a little rusty time, Terry. I know.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit still hung over, not from drinking, but from the 49ers loss. I can get it.
Could be. Yeah. Do you want to do the drum roll or not?
Well, it's kind of late for the drum roll because we sort of gave away the plot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is my best bet of the day. Placed in 6 of 12 starts with 1 win. Finished second against similar last out on the dirt. Trainer and jockey have strong win records. And then I like 5 Bells of Bram in the money of 4 of 7 career starts and has 1 win. Backseat Romance at 10 finished in the money in 2 races out of the last 2 starts, winning 1 of those, switches to high percentage winning jockey. And then Tinka 2, the 2, my long shot, ran second versus Simmer on the dirt last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm bet 20 to win on the 4, a $10 exacta box 4-5, $10 exacta 4 on top of the 2-5-10, and then I want to do a $5 exacta box 4-5-10.
All right, so we got that right. How about a drum roll for my picks? There you go. I have the 3 horse, My Little Wildcat, my top selection in there today. So that should help Terry get his pick home. Simulation favorite, top total pace. Sizable class drop that we spoke about. Then I have the 5 horse, Bells of Bram. Been very close in the last 4 with 5 consecutive speed figure increases. There you see that again. That's an angle that brought home a big winner too last week. Number 4, Attending. Very consistent performer. Should improve and maybe tops the ticket for Terry's best bet in the second start after a layoff. And then finale, the 9 horse, Sliver of Sunshine. Better early in its last race and also finished well. So it continued to run on. So maybe it can put A plus B plus C and equal D. Trip to the winner's circle. I'm going to do a trifecta, 3, 4, 5, 9, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10. I think, again, that's $18. Yeah. This is a race that looks pretty open, and I hope your best bet comes home, Terry, with something of a nice price behind it so we can both collect a nice ticket. That's always the goal. So we have 4 minutes to race number 2, so we can make it to race number 8. And maybe if we really hustle, make it to race number 9 as well.
Yep.
Race number 8, Christopher D'Souza. Race 8, our race 7. Yeah, I'm confused too by myself a little bit right in there. But race 8, another mile and a 16th. Well, a mile and a 16th in here, Terry. Pretty long race in there. I would suspect that you can be forward, you can close. In race number 8, does anybody have a particular early speed advantage?
Yeah, you can take a look at the 12. Has a lot of speed there compared to everybody else, almost triple the speed everybody else in there.
The first thing I notice on here, Terry, is these simulation odds. I mean, 6-1 is the favorite, then 10-1 and 12-1. So basically, the simulation is telling us anybody could win. So we got the 12 with a pretty good early pace advantage over here. Does want to be on the lead. All the rest of the horses pretty much want to be middle back. Does the 12 have a chance to get out there and like it, Terry?
Oh, yeah, it has the best C zone in here, 88%. The closest to it is a 6 with an 87. There's several of them that are above the 50%. If not, they're approaching that 50% mark.
It's race number 7 for Terry's best bet, right? Because we're in race number 9 right now. Oh, you put in here race 8, Terry. I think that's what confusing you.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah, it's supposed to. Forget that, folks. It's race number 7.
Yes. Yeah,
yes.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. It's a little bit of a rust, Terry. We're trying to shake off the rust because
Yeah.
we froze in a Pennsylvania igloo for no racing on Monday and Tuesday. You have the 4-horse here as your late pace favorite, 5 points better than everybody else. You have the 1-horse as your top total pace favorite, a little more than 1 length better than everybody else, Terry. And who might be a little bit better than everybody else if you take a look at the connection?
Well, take a look at the 9 has the best jockey, 3 the best trainer, but I think the 3 is the best trainer jockey combination.
Yeah, I think the best thing here when you see the odds like this is just say, you know what, I'm going to bet them all. You can't probably do that in this big-ass field, so we have to put our necks on the line somewhere, Terry, and where did you put yours?
All right, so in this race here, I like the number 1, Patner's Prodigy. Patner's Prodigy? Anyway, he ran second versus similar in the last race, has the highest speed rating, likes the distance down, and then number 3, Downtown Connector. During the career, he has finished the money 50% of the races, winning 19% of the starts, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. The 5, Harry, placed in 7 out of 8 races at Tampa Bay Downs, so loves the track, wins 2 of them. Trainer wins 26% of the race when dropping a horse down 2+ classes, and a jockey has a strong win rate. Political Riot, the 7 by long shot, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I have no more money, so I'm out of bets.
We might have missed a couple of days. Mentioned Barrymore was the greatest handicapper that ever lived. No. You got them right here, bro. You're wrong, Private Ross. He's the 3rd best. All right, so Christopher D'Souza, we might have missed some time, but Chris never misses an opportunity to take it to Terry in the best bet. He's got my little, hey, look out. He's with me today. So, Terry, you're in a lot of trouble. There you go.
Yeah.
In the race 8, I have a Downtown Connect. That's my first selection in race number 8. Run back to the December 13th race, and that would be more than enough to win. Then Painter's Prodigy, the 1-horse, moving up that speed ladder. Last time out, just missed. And top total pace is 6 points better than everybody else. Number 12, Chico Charlie, in a race where everybody's tied for the simulation favorite. He's one of them in an open race. Out front with the best C zone, maybe can stay out there all the way around the track. Number 5, Harry, is the biggest class dropper in the field. His trainer wins 27% of the time when he drops 2 classes or more. One of the things I really like to look at when I'm looking at stuff like that for the 5-horse is I like to look and see how what sort of, so the trainer wins, Anthony Ferrari, he wins usually more than that, but you got him winning at 7%, 17% on the year. But when you see the down 2 classes, that number really pops to 27%. So that's obviously an angle that works very well for trainer Anthony Ferrero. So keep that in mind when you're looking through some of the past performances, those alpha angles or maybe specialty angles, whatever you want to call it. How are we looking for race number 2, Terry?
They're just about getting in the starting gate.
Yeah, so while they spin around behind the gates, again, let's talk about free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet are Mahoning Valley, if they're running, Terry. I don't know. It's probably pretty cold there. Let's check.
Yeah, I saw 1 race already run, so.
Okay, cool. So they are running there at Mahoning Valley. It's a free track. There's a link in the description on YouTube, as well as in a minute over at horseracingtoday.net. We'll post all of our picks along with our Benny and the bets right here. It'll say Tampa Bay Downs. You'll just click on the link right you see right here. And of course, once you click on that, our smart sheets will be here, as well as an explanation on how they use them. If you'd like to support the show, there's a tip jar. There's a link to the free track over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Then you'll see our picks along with our suggested wagers. So you can take a look at that. Hit that HRT gear button right there. Get 20% off on a Horse Racing Today sweatshirt. Maybe they can expedite it to you so you have it for your 0-degree days wherever you are freezing in the country. And then, of course, Terry and I would greatly appreciate that. Or you can get ready for the summer with a See You in the Winter Circle t-shirt. Soon we'll load up some new merch. Race number 2. Terry, let's take a look at our smart sheets. Let's look at the odds. Right now, the 5-horse, 4-5. It's 1-1 on the board. So, people talk about value. My definition of value is getting more than you should. 1-to-1 odds is more than you should get according to our simulation odds. Next up, the 3-horse, 6-1, 5-1, pretty close. 2-1, no. The 4-horse, no. The 1-horse, no. The 6-horse, no. So the only horse, believe it or not, that's showing any value is the favorite, Terry. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
1-1, yeah. And they're off in the running. And as we thought, the 5-horse off to a pretty easy lead right now. He's got a little bit of company on his tail. Does look like the 4-horse is in that mix. The gray, the 6, also getting involved. The 2 and the 3 at the back, but not that far off the pace right here. The 1, much like in the opener, is the tail horse. It's probably around 5 lengths off the lead. Opening quarter in 22.2 seconds. So they're going a little bit on the quicker side, perhaps. 5-horse still loose reins, really not being asked to do much. 4-horse being asked to do a little bit, as is the 6-horse right now. The 3-horse going wide, trying to make a run. The 2-horse down on the rail. That's the one that looks like it might give the 5 a run for the money down the lane, although the 4-horse is trying hard. I don't know that he's going to get there because the jockey on the 3 is still with the reins. Like, yeah. What do any of you got? The only one that's trying to show some late. It's going to go, well, the 5-horse getting there, but the 5-horse never asked him. The jockey never asked the 5 to go. So the 5-horse comes home as a 1-to-1 winner. And oddly, according to our smart sheets, not only did he come home as a 1-to-1 winner, Terry, he was actually more than you should have got on the odds.
Yeah, that's a nice price on it. I should have made it my best bet of the day.
You wouldn't both, right? You should have just loaded up on that guy.
Yeah.
Because he got that early speed advantage, and he's got that top total pace advantage in there, and he had a 57% chance to run a number that was par or better. So right in there, Terry, for sure. All right. The grand finale for you and me today, again, tomorrow, Terry, because I have some important things to do in the morning that I cannot miss. Sometimes stuff happens in your life, and it comes a calling, and you got to address it. Otherwise, small problems like your car become big problems, and we don't want that, right, Terry?
No, you sure don't.
But what we want you to do is make sure you do not miss Turfway Park tomorrow or Caulfield for Foreign Friday. And the best way to make sure you're always tuned in, Terry, is to...
You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you're notified about all the different programs coming up, and go ahead and copy the link, share it with everybody you know. Go to our social sites at Horse Racing, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies. Keep giving us the bets and comments, as we like to see them.
You can give us the business too if you want, folks. Just don't be too mean, all right? Just a little mean is okay. Too mean, we can probably deal with it. We're big boys, but we prefer not to. 1 mile on the turf for the 3rd time today. Terry, again, I probably suspect that you'll see some horses that come off the pace, do pretty well in this race, Terry. And if you're looking for some closers, there's 2 of them that are much better than the rest.
Yeah, the 8 and the 7 have the best numbers by far as being the best closers in here. So.
But the race shape might not fit that because you got the 2-horse here all by himself. Everybody else middle back, Terry. The 2 could be a part of the early speed, but it looks like maybe 3 others.
Yeah, there's 5, 1, and 3 also have pretty good numbers here.
But if the 2 does get the lead, Terry, look out because
He has the best C zone at 90.25%, which is really nice. He can be very comfortable in here.
man, how many times have we seen open races, as we see here with horses that have hit par, where you have one horse that's a standout that could be forward with a great C zone? I don't know how many times those horses win.
And they win a lot.
Yeah, way too much for me to forget about them sometimes, especially when they're your top total pace. But who's your top jockey trainer combo?
Well, the 6 the best jockey, 9 the best trainer, but I think that 6 is the best jockey trainer combination.
The 8 and the 2 are your top simulated odds. The 8 and the 2 are your top total pace, and they do have a little bit of wrong button. I want to use these tools correctly. There you go. The 8 and the 2, they do have a little bit of a gap over the next group over here, about 4 points, almost 5. Anytime you get a gap of close to 5, those horses are very strong considerations in your picks. Terry, are the 2 and the 8 strong considerations in your picks to close out the day?
Well, I like the 3 over both of those. Mischievous Trick won 2 races out of the last 3 starts. The trainer and jockey have high win rates. Then I like the 8 Classical Finale. In the money, 3 of the last 4 with 1 win, drops in class today. High percentage winning trainer and jockey. Sea Shanty, the 6, drops in class today. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. Honorable Chill, my long shot, has a high percentage winning jockey, can handle the distance. No bets as I'm out of money.
Thank you, Don Johnson, for joining us today. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We always appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it if you would follow us on X if you haven't already. Same thing on YouTube. If you're watching on X, please go over to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed there. And if you're watching on YouTube, please go over to our X channel so that you can subscribe to both of them in the case, it happens once or twice a year where one of them is down. That way you don't miss anything that we do. We would like to get to 10,000 subscribers on both this year. We have some plans in effect that'll help us get there, but really the quickest way for us to achieve that milestone is for you to help us, and we greatly appreciate that. Race number 9, the cryptic code is the 2-horse Honorable Chill. Hey, Honorable Chill does make my picks like Terry. It's my 4th selection. I have Classical Finale as my first. That's the 8-horse simulation favorite. Did show better early pace, did show better fractions. Then the 7-horse Nelida will be closing, showed better early speed. I like that combination. Closers who finding a little better early stride of late, maybe can connect those 2 pieces. Sea Shanty. There you go. Say that one 10 times fast and see what happens. Could be better in the second start after a layoff and the second start at Tampa Bay Downs. And then Honorable Chill, I would say 4 of its last 5 races, probably good enough to come to the winner's circle, and it's a cryptic code. So add those things all together, and guess what you got? You got a winner. Did you skip showing due to the confusion?
No,
Number 7.
No, we didn't skip 6, but you didn't give your pick 4 for the 6.
There we go. 2, 3, 7, 10, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 12. Did I give my picks? Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you did. You did the picks, but you didn't do the pick 4.
I'm sorry, York. We were off for a couple of days, and it's been really cold, so the older you get, the slushier the stuff gets between your ears, and the easier it freezes when it gets cold out.
Yeah, and Lauren, we did say Turfway tomorrow, yes.
Yes, we are going to do Turfway tomorrow because then I have an obligation that I have to be at 11 o'clock, and I cannot reschedule it because it's with the government, and kind of tell you what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
So race number 1, the 2-horse won. Race number 2, the 5-horse won. I'm not quite sure what that means for race number 3. Usually there's a pattern. We don't have a pattern today. But here's the way we see the rest of the picks. Race number 3, I do have a trifecta and the second pick 4. Those weird back-to-back pick 4s at Tampa Bay Downs. Looks like they have a nice crowd down there today too. Race 4, my exacta key box for $5. Race number 5, another exacta key box for $4. Race number 6, a pick 4 for both Terry and I. Race number 7, trifecta for me and the forgotten best bet of the day for Terry.
Yeah.
We have nothing for races 8 and 9. Then tomorrow, Turfway Park. Friday for 4 and Friday, Thomas and I will do Caulfield in the land down under, where it will definitely be warmer than 0 degrees, Terry. Any words of wisdom for you before we venture back off into the cold today?
Well, I guess Lauren's asking what time tomorrow. We're not quite sure, but it'll probably be somewhere around 1:30 Pacific time, which is what time back there?
About 3:30. Yeah, I would say somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
If you
anyway,
hit the subscribe button, you'll get a notification. If you hit the bell, roughly 30 minutes before we get started.
that's right. So anyway, stay out of the cold. It's cold everywhere. I've seen races everywhere up back here where it's freezing. Just stay out of the cold, stay safe, and then we'll see you tomorrow at Turfway Park.
Yeah, stay out of the cold. And I can tell you unequivocally, like people talk about, oh, it gets too hot in Florida. I can tell you something, man. You can stand outside for hours in the heat. Yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, you're a little sweaty. But when it's -7 degrees outside, you know what you can't do, Terry?
You can't stand out there very long.
No, man. It hurts. It burns more than the heat burns. It's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, indeed. So, well, we don't want to end on a sour note. So we hope that no matter where you are, you're warm, you're comfortable, as you chase your life dreams, you're just taking the day off, whatever it is you're doing. As always, we certainly hope your day is filled with God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully we find a bunch of Tampa Bay today and tomorrow at Turfway. Until then, make it